Welcome back. Now, the mysterious death of OpenAI whistleblower Suchir Balaji that has now taken a new turn with the San Francisco County Medical Examiner's final autopsy report has ruled his death as suicide. However, Balaji's mother has strongly rejected these findings, alleging numerous inconsistencies. She claims that the conclusions are based on assumptions and are not supported by facts. We spoke to her. Let's listen into her side of the story. Yes, so the findings of the autopsy report has come out. What do you have to say on the report?
There are a lot of inconsistency even from SFPD and OCME, and the amount of toxins in his body, the amount of harmful drugs in his body that can actually make him not even move the muscles, and the amount of alcohol, it's very, very shocking. My son is a social drinker, and there's no alcohol bottle left in the apartment. There's no sign of drugs. SFPD themselves told they couldn't find drugs. And there are a cocktail of dangerous drugs in his blood. And in that condition, no one can actually even lift their hand. How can he take the gun and shoot himself?
So the officials there, however, they say that they have confirmed the initial findings, concluding that there is no evidence of homicide in Suchir's death.
Yes, this is kind of an evidence because of the toxicology report that itself says that he cannot have taken his life by himself. And even the gunshot residue is not found on his forehead. That means it's a 25 to 30 centimeter distance from him. That's, and the angle and the distance combination cannot be by any person by himself.
So they have been calling it as a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. You differ from this findings of the report as to what the officials there have to say.
Yeah, from that itself we are saying that it's not in a touch wound actually. It's from very long distance. So that is also moving towards homicide.
So what is the lapses there that you have been talking about as far as the investigation are concerned, especially when it comes to CCTV footages? And what is that hair sample that you have been saying that also needs to be given for testing? What is that all about, where parallel investigation is also being conducted by you?
The first thing is, like SFPD said, there's only one entrance to the apartment building. That's not true. There are 3 entrances. 2 of them have CCTV footage. They've only looked at 1 of them. There are 2 more entrances, and we need to look at 1 more CCTV footage. That's one error on their part. Second error would be they haven't picked up the CCTV footage at all from leasing office. They didn't even request for key fobs. I don't know where they put that from. And also in the gun chamber, the shell casing or the spent casing is still there intact. That's very strange. That maybe his gun has never been used. We need to validate it. That's why, since their work is so floppy, we are trying to redo everything on our own.
And also no suicide note that has been found. Does that also raise questions?
Yeah, nothing has been found. No such thoughts. We've talked to 10 friends, and every news agency has talked to 10 of his friends. Everybody says this is coming as a shock to them. His work colleagues, everyone. In fact, he worked at Cora at 17, and his work colleague says at 17 he had a lot more maturity than his age. If someone is so matured, why would they take this drastic step?
So how would you now further progress with the case as the investigation that has been taking place? Because they have been saying that this is a self-inflicted wound. They have been calling it as suicide. How would you now further progress with the case?
We are still working on the strategy, and we will come up with a report. But they have not even done full autopsy. And after doing the partial autopsy, they released the body. And now they've got the toxicology report. And they should reevaluate the decision. In fact, if you look at the report, they have left one sentence. There is something open from them saying that, if you find anything new, we will reconsider. That's what we are trying to do.
And what about the certain findings that Suchir Balaji wanted to actually expose? What happens to that? Because that would have created quite a stir. That is why we have been talking about such mysterious circumstances that he was found dead.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal, but we have found some information on his iPhone, and that actually moves towards, what he was expecting to happen. We know that it is like he had something to say, and he's been silenced.
So now with the investigation that has been taking place and you have been rejecting the findings, will you, in a sense, make an appeal to the Indian government as well if they would want to intervene into the matter or however make a statement?
Yeah, actually, we're not rejecting what they say. We are supplementing to what they have given us, right? We are discussing with you experts. OCME doesn't have chief toxicologist. They don't do in-house. They do consulting. So they haven't done a good job there, and they're willing to listen to when we are consulting the top doctors, top toxicologists, top forensic pathologists, and with those reports, they're willing to consider. We need to get there when we get there.
All right. Purnima Rao, thank you very much for speaking to us.